Hello everyone, we are here A to Z Psychology with Obian Chidozie, and today we'll be talking about a course we call Emotion and Motivation, or you call it Motivation and Emotion, right? So today we will start immediately, and we're interested to first start with the concept of emotion. Emotion and motivation is the topic, right? So the overview to this course is in the understanding that our emotions, as psychologists or as students of psychology, we understand that emotions has a lot to do in our behavior, right? How we feel, we influence our behavior. Our motivations, how we think, and everything, all of this has a role to play in having an explanation to our behaviors, right? Understanding that psychology is interested to understand first is I would say to understand or describe, to predict or explain, and then being able to predict and explain reasons for particular behavior will help you to know how to improve that behavior, modify it, or control, right? So today the course is emotional motivation, and we'll start off with the question, what is motivation? So motivation, as we know, as a concept or psychological concept, has to do with those internal state of human or attributes of human that directs our emotions, our thoughts, and our behavior. Yes, it has a lot to do in directing our behavior. I can simply put in my terms, right? Motivation simply means the reason why you do or did what you do. The reason why you acted that way, right? It is motivation. As I am putting up these videos and trying to bring this knowledge, if you go to our channel description, you will see our motivation there, right? Okay, that is our, like I'm saying, okay, this is to bring to your doorstep everything about psychology and everything. But as a person, right, there are motivations and reasons why I'm doing this, right? You will look at it perhaps internally, or like say intrinsic motivations. I am a person that have passion for educating or helping people, making persons better. You know, persons like me have been in a downtime, in a time of, okay, there's a hopeless situation and everything. So having overcome those challenges, I don't like seeing people that are struggling with things and everything, and those ones that are still having it easy, I still wish to make them understand that there are better aspects of them, there are better ways of improving themselves and becoming the better version of themselves, leveraging on opportunities, right? These are my motivation behind what I do today, right? And the needs and the drives that motivate your behavior, right? The needs and the drives, just the reason why we do what we do, the whys. Why did you do this? Why are you coming that way? Why are you going there? Why do you choose this course? Why do you do that? Like, there are always motivation behind it. So when we talk about motivation, we have what we call components of motivation. Then that's what we're talking about, activation, because that thing you are thinking about, that thing that is propelling you, that drive, there is always a need to execute it, acting it out. That is one of the components, activation. Then there is persistent, because there is if people are motivated to do something, it persists, and they persist in that. Some persons will be like, okay, I'm done, and I'm going to continue. I'm not going to, I'm tired. They will give up, right? But if you see somebody that is motivated, having a reason, a target, a reason for that, they are always persisting it. They always persist. Yes. The third one is intensity. Intensity. There are people that are, in fact, when you see the approach, the level of time people give to their education, will tell you their motivation, the level of their motivation, right? So you see that some persons can just pass exam without putting much effort, and you see others putting more effort, leading to better results and everything. You see the other person is okay with an A, the other or a C, and due to the effort he or she has put, but the other person is not comfortable with B. Motivations. This is different in level of motivation, right? And as a matter of fact, they will put more effort depending on their level of motivations, right? So, having said that, we will discuss the principles of motivation. The principles of motivation. One is that we look at it also as a characteristics of motivation. One is that motivation is key to change. With it, people act to get a new thing, get change, improve themselves and everything. And again, number two, it is dynamic. Motivation is not static, it is very dynamic in the sense that motivations can change. Yeah, motivations can change. The reasons why you are behaving this way, and later you change it, there are always a reason. Okay, imagine I wanted to become a medical doctor initially, and now I'm not a psychologist, right? Yeah, you will say illness, right? Well, there are reasons. There are reasons. There will always be reasons, and these are among other reasons, right? Some have tried here, it didn't work. In fact, simple, right? Or simply put, motivation is not static, it changes, right? Number three, it is also influenced by biological, or let's say, okay, use the word internal and external factors, right? Like I said, internal, as in my situation, okay, something happened and I changed, or I changed profession, right? Now there are other external factors. Oh, I felt this course will take me there, this course will help me get a better job, this course is more lucrative here and there. These are external factors, right? So motivations are influenced by either internal or external factors. So having understood that internal could be biological, all of those things, on the other way around, external could be family, friends, all of those things, right, and other external conditions. Then motivation is also influenced by social interactions. I've said that initially. Motivation can be modified. Very important to note also. So we will talk about sources of motivation. Sources of motivation could be intrinsic or extrinsic. Yes, it could be intrinsic. You see persons that are intrinsically motivated for their personal, just it's not that they want to enjoy it, it's not that they want to use this as a means to get something, but they just want to get it, to be satisfied. I want to become a psychologist because I love psychology and it will help me to just be a better version of me. They want to improve their knowledge, they want to become a better person, not using it as a means to get something, right? For example, you see them trying to be competent or have more skills just for the sake of learning. Yes, not for the sake of being more having an advantage for employment or any other thing, right? So they are just inwardly motivated. They are not striving to compete with anybody or to get something. Extrinsic motivation on the other side is external. Yes, always as a means to an end to get something. So when you're motivated to achieve, to learn, to achieve, or to gain a knowledge, to get a skill, maybe things around you have affected you directly or indirectly. Okay, I don't want to be insulted again. Perhaps you've seen your family and every other thing, you say, okay, I can't be poor, right? Oh, okay, I can't allow a man to treat me this way. maybe you saw a friend or any other thing, right? You've seen those experiences could be reasons. So when external factors become reason for our motivations, we call them extrinsic motivation. These are sources of motivation, right? Now let's talk about again types of motivation. Types of motivation could be, we have the biological motives. Yes, when we say biological motive, these ones are key to survival. These are need for food, need for water, need for which one again? Safety, like protection, in fact survival, right? Everything survival, including need for sex. Sex in this regard now is as a reason because it is important for preservation of species, right? Social motives, as we've discussed before, that is another source. Yes, so social motive, right? From external factors, from interaction with people, from life of others, right? Like we said, whereas biological has to do with food, water, warmth, sleep, avoidance of pain, like I said before, I said survivor, right? Including sex. On the other way around, social motive include things like achievement needs. Yes, aggressive need, you need to fight for your right and everything. Even need for power, to dominate, to be the leader, to all of those, and not to be looked down upon and everything. Need for affiliation, need for self-esteem and other self-actualization, like we said, the achievement need, right? And then we have another motive or type of motivation, we call it personal motives. This one includes your, like I say, goals of life, your habits, your interests. Yes, so these are your own personal motives. So we understand that from what we've reviewed, you see that motivations could stem or can take this level of shape, like from biologically motivated or biological motives, or socially motivated to achieve some social things and everything, or personal motivations or personal motives. When you set goal for yourself, this is the job I want to get to, and this is me, I want to develop myself to this level and every other thing. So these are the things we may need to know as an introduction to discuss motivation and emotion, and we'll be glad to see you in the next video as we continue to expatiate other topics. See you in the next video.